Hey, what's up there? It's Michael Gora from megacommand.com, and what I want to talk about today is pay-per-click and SEO, keyword research strategy, and in particular, the highest converting and the most profitable pay-per-click and SEO keyword research strategy. You know, as marketers, what we're all trying to do, and this is what I do every single day here in Chicago, Illinois, as a digital marketer, is what we're trying to do is we're trying to find leads, we're trying to find customers, we're trying to find people out there in the world, and we're trying to get them to go through a process to convert to whatever product or service that we're offering. And that's what we do consistently every single day. And whether that's improving our processes or, working on our copywriting or headlines or stuff like that, those are the things that we work on every day as internet marketers. So that's what it's all about. And the way I look at it now is not so much focusing on the sales aspect as a marketer, because the sales aspect is something you definitely need to understand, but I think the sales aspect is a little bit different than the marketing function. The marketing function, is more about communicating the right messages, communicating the right triggers, and pushing people towards, qualification, and pushing people towards becoming actual leads that are engaged and on that process towards buying your product or service, rather than actually closing the deal and, doing all the logistical, financial stuff, and like orders and handling all that information and following up on the delivery of the product or service. That's more of the sales aspect. So, just to kind of simplify this, where is the game played if you're an internet marketer? If you're an aspiring IM, or if you're just trying to get into SEO or pay-per-click, where is the game played? The game is played on the market level, on where the customer, where the traffic, where the people and the eyeballs are. That's where the game is played as a marketer. You shouldn't even have to worry so much about conversion or that kind of stuff, because most of that is going to be reliant on having a good product or a good service, and that's usually out of your control if you're really good at marketing. So your product, that you promote isn't necessarily something that you own. Sometimes it's someone else's product. If you're just getting started, you should be an affiliate marketer anyway. So that product, how good that product is going to determine how well it sells. So if you deliver a crappy product, if say you're selling lemons, or say you're selling peaches, you're selling fruits, and all the fruit you deliver is rotten, then of course it's very difficult to market a product like that. Like, how am I going to market rotten fruit and sell it for a good price? It's virtually impossible, because as soon as people figure out that it's rotten, they're not going to want to buy it. They're going to go to the place where the fruit is, at least reasonable, where the fruit is edible, where you can eat it, right? That's what people want. So it's very important to have a good product first. And like I said, that's not really a marketing function. So the marketer really is working with a product that's very competitive, something that's already working, and is trying to connect that with the customer base. So daily, what you should be thinking, and the way I'm thinking, is where do I find people, where do I find leads, and where do I find traffic that I can connect with that end product? And this comes down to having that laser niche and laser focus. And by the way, this is what we do specifically in the Mega Command Alliance, which is a community and a marketing education resource where you can learn specifically how to convert, how to do keyword research on a very fundamental level. So if you're not part of the Mega Command Alliance, I recommend you join it now, and you start taking part in the lessons, and start taking part in the webinars, and connecting with the community, so you can have a process and an ongoing kind of method and a checklist and a kind of way to keep growing your marketing, keep growing your impressions, keep growing your conversions, and keep growing your business. So megacommand.com/alliance. But basically, that's exactly what we do. Okay, if you've already been working in internet marketing and you've already have, websites, and you already have businesses that you work with, you already know how to get leads and inquiries. You have some sort of process, you have some sort of like trap, you have some sort of like thing that you do to get leads, and that's what you should be competent at if you're trying to get into marketing. But really, what should you be focusing on strategically, when I'm talking about in terms of details? If you're already getting inquiries, the game so much isn't about getting more inquiries, because that's pretty obvious. It's about how to get less inquiries. How do I get less? Why would you want to get less? Because you want to improve the quality. So going back to the example of fruit, if you have peach and you have peaches coming in as products, for example, you wouldn't want just more and more peaches that are all rotten. You want more and more peaches that are high quality. So you would want to reduce the bad peaches and throw away all the rotten peaches and just improve the quality of the lead stream coming in. So you're just getting the golden, the beautiful, juicy, healthy, sweet peaches that all the customers want, and you don't get any of the rotten things that customers will get mad at and just throw away, and they won't trust your brand. So it's the same thing when you're getting a lead flow. You want to reduce the number of inquiries so you're not getting the types of leads that don't convert to sales. You're just kind of like filtering them out. So you're constantly having filtering mechanisms. So actually, let me read you a quote from a book, because it kind of explains exactly what I'm talking about right here. And it's how to reduce the number of inquiries. Let's say that after carefully figuring, you decide it would be wiser to reduce quantity in order to try to improve the quality of inquiries. Perhaps your figures prove you are getting too many free riders or curiosity leads, or too many replies from juveniles. If you depend entirely upon printed literature to convert inquiries into sales, perhaps your percentage of conversion is not high enough in relation to cost. Or if inquiries are being followed up by your salesmen, or if you are turning them over to your dealers or distributors, it may be that their ratio of conversion into the sale is too low. A delicate balance. To establish a satisfactory balance between the quality and quantity of inquiries is usually a delicate operation. You cannot use meat axe techniques to cut them down. Certain procedures, which an advertiser may hopefully imagine will cut quantity only slightly and at the same time improve quality tremendously, seldom work out that way. So it is true, when you try to cut down the amount of garbage leads you get, is actually very difficult. Segmentation is a very delicate process. So you have to be very scientific, and you have to be intelligent and use a lot of data points when you're doing a process like that. And that's exactly what we talk about in the Alliance. So let's continue reading about how to make that decision of what to cut down in terms of the ads you're running. What to decide first. So, when we're talking about SEO, we're cutting down the keywords. We're cutting down keywords that don't produce for us, because there's so many keywords that get so much traffic, like, all this traffic is coming to your website, but guess what? That traffic is worthless. And when you can start eliminating a lot of this vocabulary, when we're talking about semantics and we're talking about keyword research, that's when we can start getting to the juicy, good keywords that produce for us. And when we put all our focus to those high converting, juicy keywords that we know that convert well with our product or service, that's when SEO becomes very attractive and very laser focused, and all the effort you put in pays off 100 times, okay? So what to decide first to cut it when we're talking about reducing the number of inquiries? So before you finally adopt any inquiry reducing procedures, first be absolutely certain that your inquiries are too poor in quality. You cannot be too casual, hasty, or hunchy about it. You can't depend on guesswork. Too much is at stake. Considering that the wastebaskets of American business are each day filled with fortunes and potential profits represented by inquiries which someone has perhaps arbitrarily decided not worth following up, you can't judge by handwriting. You can't safely judge by address or the inquiry coming in. these days, buyers reside in almost any neighborhood. Nor are salesmen's report usually always dependable. A favorite alibi of many incapable salesmen is the quality of the lead you gave me was too poor. How often do you hear that? It's like, oh, the quality of the lead suck, or maybe you're just not closing them well. But continuing, how to decide whether to reduce them? What can you do specifically to help make a wise decision? Well, if your inquiries are followed up by printed literature, only you can make a split test run. You can split evenly into two sizable groups. Those inquiries obtained through advertising which utilize quantity reducing techniques, and those that did not. You can use all possible care to see except that this one factor that the two groups represent a fair comparison as the source of inquiry, date received, geographical area, etc. Okay, so just concluding this, split testing. So the solution to everything is split testing. You can split test your audiences. You can take one group, A, and you can take another group, B. A will just be, say, the control, just the regular leads that you get on a daily basis. And B is the group that you get that's filtered out. Let's say you cut out all the females from your marketing and you just market to the males, for example. There, you cut out 50% of your costs or more. But if, say, your business is only a male-only product, we can think of so many male-only products, but let's say they are some, maybe clothing items or stuff like that. Then it makes so much sense to cut out all of that market. Let's say you have like an apparel business that sells hats for men, or certain shirts or underwear or something like that that's specifically for men. You wouldn't want to advertise the females, and that will increase the quality of your leads because you're getting more targeted customers. They're getting specifically underwear for men. Why would females purchase underwear for men? Unless it's a gift or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. Okay? So these kind of split test stuffs are things that I do on a daily basis, and it really depends on what kind of business you're in, what stage you're at, and what part of the funnel you're having the most trouble with. If you want to learn more about split test processes, how to filter out leads, and how to increase your profits, join the Mega Command Alliance right now. I can't stress it enough. Go to megacommand.com/alliance and you can join today. It's very inexpensive given the value, given the amazing people and the connections you're going to make, given the information and the processes that you can adopt and start improving your life and start improving your career and your business today. If you're serious about marketing, join the Mega Command Alliance right now. My name is Michael Gora. Do it right now. megacommand.com/alliance. Go ahead, change your life. Do it right now. megacommand.com/alliance.